Need like a quadruple cappuccino to follow Racine. I don't quite have his youthful energy. That's an understatement. But we'll do our best. Friends, faculty, board members, Superintendent Corey, and most of all, families and graduates of the class of 2014. Thank you for the honor and the privilege of speaking to you this evening. I'm not exactly sure what I've done to earn this honor and privilege, but more on that later. This isn't about me. Tonight is about you. Where you've been, where you are, and where you're going to go. This is a time to reflect on your growth and success and on the small miracle that's called high school graduation. It's a miracle because, from my perspective, you've come so far so quickly. Let's start off with where you've been. In the beginning of your Armijo years, you were a freshman, you were little, you were squirrely, and you were scary. One had to wonder, how would these little humanoids ever get to the point where they could be trusted to do anything serious? They were so small. Would they break if you touched them? But you grew up, thank God. You became 10th graders, then 11th graders, and you continued to grow. Finally, you became seniors, standing on the cusp of adulthood, having achieved a certain level of maturity and perspective. And to we teachers and maybe your parents, this seems like a small miracle. Of course, through all this growth and maturation, we teachers and parents don't always know what to make of you. Let me give you 2 examples. In my class, there's a culminating storytelling project called the Armijo Tales. In the first example, there's a senior, let's call him, Jose, told a story of a hamburger that he had consumed in Hawaii. It must have been some kind of a magical hamburger because, according to Jose, its sheer deliciousness made him cry. Jose was filled with sorrow over the prospect that the hamburger, its onions, pickles, and tomatoes would soon be gone. Sort of reminds me of Leilani's metaphor. I'm listening to this story, I'm watching Jose cry, and I'm thinking either maturity and perspective are overrated, or that was a really, really good hamburger. But even watching an 18-year-old's crying hamburger story is normal compared to the sock puppet story. I learned some interesting things about sock puppets this year. One thing I learned is that a creative student, say Caroline, can do anything with a sock puppet. For instance, this student may use, they can be used to tell a story, a senior storytelling project for a major grade. Let's disregard any high-minded skills and techniques the teacher was hoping to see. They're sock puppets. I have to get an A. I didn't understand that too much. And it went downhill from there because for the first and hopefully last time in my life, I had the opportunity to watch sock puppets perform a dance some refer to as twerking. If you thought Miley Cyrus was raunchy at the Video Music Awards, you should have seen these sock puppets. So, like I said, I don't always know what to make of you. But whether I understand you or not, I believe that everyone in the class of 2014 has a gift to give. And many of you have worked hard at developing those gifts. You should be proud of that and humbled by the fact that you have a gift. And I also want to say a special word to those out there who doubt that they possess gifts. Maybe you think you don't have any because you made mistakes or because you struggled with academics or anger or imperfect circumstances. That's okay. Everyone's journey is a little different, and you're here today for a simple reason. You made it. It doesn't matter if you barely made it or not. You're here now, and you're part of this celebration. Your life lies in front of you, and the gifts that you do have are waiting for you to grow into them. I want to encourage you to keep an open mind about your gifts as you go through your life. Take some pride in what you have that's good, and feed that. And, speaking of pride, let's talk about the present. Look at you in your gowns and hats. You look gorgeous. You're beautiful. Audience, can we get a cheer for just how good the scene looks? You hear that? You hear that cheering sound? Anyway, that's the sound of praise. Praise is nice. Praise feels good. Wouldn't school have been a lot easier if there were 3,000 people cheering you for turning in your homework? So I hope you remember this moment. I hope you'll remember this moment because it is special. But there's something more important to remember than the cheers and congratulations of your friends, families, and loved ones. And that is to have heart. If you have heart, if you have belief in yourself and a sense of determination, you won't need the cheering crowds to tell you you're all right because you'll know it inside. Have heart, and you'll be able to channel your energy and gifts into something constructive and positive and beautiful to share with the world. Consider the words of American poet and sage Maya Angelou, who said, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." That's what I'm hoping is your future. The world needs you. Go help it. It will be lucky to have you. So in conclusion, I'd like to thank you again for the honor of addressing you at graduation. As I said before, I don't quite understand the process that resulted in my choice, though I suspect it has something to do with this overrated reputation I have for rapping. I don't rap, I just like Run DMC, and I suffer from earworms. Nevertheless, I've had a few students ask if I was going to rap tonight. No way! Who raps at graduation? I mean, look at this dignity. Hats, gowns, ties. What am I supposed to say? Well, how about this? It's time to celebrate the 2014 class sensation, Armijo High School graduation. Grab your bricks and become a Mason. Watch these grads build a brand new nation. Class of 14 has rocked this place. Now go make contributions to the human race. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, y'all know about what it means to be here. If this is baseball, you'd be knocking out the homeless, but just settle for a month and watch me get my diploma. I'm Mr. Brandt. This ain't about me. This is your special time. Class of 14, you really love each other. Look around the field at your sisters and your brothers. Feel the lump in your throat and your eyes no longer dry. It is a little sad when it's time to say goodbye. It's a sentimental moment, even for you haters. So never say goodbye, only say to see you later. 8 hard semesters of your sweat and tears. Say bye to Armijo after 4 long years. You worked it, you earned it, you can say it till you die. I'm an Armijo Indian and I earned my pride.